Dolphins on ABC.
Oh, poor cousin Robert. I was sure he'd have nipped it in the bud by now.
Well, he still thinks he and Sean can stop it before it goes to trial.
Well, according to this paper, that's going to be this afternoon.
Well, that doesn't give them much time,
Good morning.
does it?
Good morning.
Okay.
Sam over here, huh?
Would you like some coffee?
Yes, please, Ruby. Here's a round-trip ticket to New York.
Great, what about the list of jewelry stores?
It's in there, too, and I want you to hit everyone on that list.
Well, this could take a while.
Oh, work as fast as you can, man.
Don't expect any miracles.
That's exactly what I do expect. While you're working on that earring, I'm going to be pushing the guys in the lab for the sequence and the fingerprint.
Here we go. Can I get you something else? Bacon and eggs, maybe?
How fast can you make it?
Well, you can have boiled in 2, poached in 3, scrambled in 4.
Scramble with bacon in 4. Sam? Breakfast is on me. That's it. As long as it's fast.
There you are. You know, Alan, I haven't had to shout at you to wake you up since you were 16 years old. I was about to do so.
You never had to shout at me, Mother.
Monica shouts at you now.
I do not.
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
No, you don't.
Fortunately, I don't.
Look, I don't have time to argue about this one. I have to get to the hospital.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, I've got to get to the office.
You haven't been there for weeks.
Well, I've got to make sure it's still there.
You have a nice day, Mother, okay?
Thank you, dear.
And you too, Edward.
Yeah, how can I with a house full of strangers?
They're not strangers, Edward. They're family. Oh, dear, do you have to go now?
Well, yes, I really do.
Good morning.
Yeah, have a good day, she says.
Grandmother, you want to see me?
Oh, yes, dear. I'd planned for a lovely surprise, but I'm afraid it's all ruined now. You know, I don't ask much from my family. Couldn't you stay just for a few moments? I had cook prepare a special breakfast for our house guests.
Tell me it's Kippers, I shall think I've ascended to heaven. Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry to
Morning.
hear you're not joining us for breakfast. Come, Lila. We shall not let Cook's efforts go for naught.
No.
She's rather disappointed.
Certainly seems like it was very important to her.
Well, I have some free time this morning.
She's right, you know. She asks so little and she gives so much.
Yep.
Father.
Yeah, Kippers is asking a hell of a lot if you ask me. Yeah, revolted.
After you.
Monica. Shouldn't your wife be sitting there? If she were here, but she's not. Oh, thank you, Alan. It's very kind.
She's out rather early, isn't she?
Yes, and I have no idea where. I know that she has to go to General Hospital a little later. Well, perhaps she's gone to the yacht to check on the repairs. I understand that they're progressing swiftly.
The faster they lift anchor, the better.
Hey! Hey, watch it. Whoa, come on. Before you knock my head off, let me catch my breath.
I'm sorry.
I know, it's my fault.
What, do you run here every day?
Most days.
Yeah.
You look like you got some energy to burn. Why are you so ticked off?
I just called Felicia again.
In China?
Yeah, China. Word is that she got my message the first time, and she and Mariah have gone out anyway. And I guess that makes Felicia's message to me loud and clear, doesn't it?
Explain.
She's breaking things off, Tom. I can't say that I really blame her.
Hey, come on. Don't be so hard on yourself. I mean, granted, Felicia went through hell, but that doesn't mean she'd still live and care about you.
If Felicia cares about me, then she's just as crazy as I was. You can call it brainwashing or manipulation or anything you want. The fact of the matter is, I was so stupid, I didn't even see through their sham. And because of that, I lost the only woman I've ever loved.
Ariel, wait. I don't know where she went.
Well, I'm sure she can take care of herself.
Come on, that's not the issue.
I gotta get to work.
Well, you just did a good job on her, Colton.
So the truth hurts. Since when is that a surprise to you?
Well, since when do you go around zinging people with your version of it?
Look, Doc, I don't remember making an appointment with you, and these aren't office hours, okay?
Oh, good, because what I have to say to you can't be said during office hours.
Well, you can take the doctor out of the office, but you can't take the doctor
Come
out of the
on, Colton, can it? I'll lay it out for you. You who preach peace and love and belief in oneself and the world, you are the most... Come on, Colton, after all the energy and effort and agony you've been through, you still feel that Ariel was a terrorist.
She was a terrorist.
You don't know that. According to Ripley, she was as innocent and as duped as you were.
If I were to believe that, which I don't, what do you expect me to do about it?
I don't expect you to take your anger at Felicia out on Ariel. She didn't force you to fall in love with her.
Because of Ariel, I almost killed Frisco. Now, I was building a future with Felicia. And now she's off God knows where, and I am nowhere.
But come on, look at yourself. Better still look out there. What if that ship out there was Felicia's? What if she sailed into port today? What if she came ashore ready to get things back together again? What kind of man would she find waiting for her? The Colton Shore she fell in love with? No way. She'd find a man so consumed with rage.
I don't need this.
Neither does Felicia, neither does Ariel. Go ahead, stay mad. But both of them have more guts than you do. What are you gonna do, take a swing at me? What's that gonna prove? Certainly not courage. You know how Felicia has a lot of courage to go off and try to start a new life. And Ariel's come back with a lot of courage to face an old life, but you don't know whether to move forward or backwards.
But that is not true.
Felicia is dealing with what happened and how it's going to affect her new life. Until you deal with Ariel and put it to rest once and for all, you won't have a life. Now think about it.
You know, kippers work absolute wonders for the complexion.
Not that yours actually needs any assistance. You have that natural, radiant glow. You take after Lila.
She's my mother, Larry, not Monica's.
He knows that, dear.
Forgive me, Alan. I haven't paid any attention to your complexion this morning, have I?
My compliments to Cook.
Oh, she'll be delighted.
Well, you know, your staff reflects your excellent taste.
I hope somebody has helped you with that doodad of yours.
Excuse me?
That valuable brass, whatever you call it, that you brought with you. If nobody's found a safe place for it, I'll be happy to put it in the safe in the living room.
Well, that's most gracious of you, Edward, but thank you. It's all been taken care of.
Ned, dear, you've hardly touched your food.
Yes, a growing boy needs all the nourishment he can get. Forgive me, Ned. I forget how sensitive you are. I shouldn't refer to you as a boy.
Well, that's just a figure of speech.
Nonetheless, I apologize. It was entirely the wrong word to use for a fine figure of a man that my son has become.
I think it's a fine compliment from a very nice man.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but some of us have to earn a living.
Yeah, is that what you call it?
You coming, Monica? You putting in for early retirement?
Oh, she doesn't have to do that for years and years. This family really doesn't have to work for a living, and it's early yet. Why don't we stay and linger a bit? More coffee, kippers, sterling conversation? After all, how often do we all get together like this?
Oh, my dear boy, those are my thoughts exactly.
There's nothing that I should enjoy more.
Well, far be it for me to break up the party.
Well, as long as nobody throws another fish at me.
Monica?
As I said earlier, I do have some free time this morning.
Good. We'll spend the morning together then. All of us.
Scott Bowen, please. Where is he? I have been trying to get him all morning. Look, isn't the man ever in his office? This is Lucy Coe Jones.
Lucy Coe.
Whatever your name is, just listen to me. I am supposed to get some very important information. Fine, yes, I will leave a message. Tell him to call me as soon as he gets in. Fine, yes, he has my number. Thank you very much.
As you're in the market for information.
Oh, and you were listening. Surprise. You know, Amy, you're always listening to me.
And it would be pretty hard not to. But if you're going to be that way, I just won't tell you.
Tell me what, pray tell.
Where Scotty is.
Where?
Say please.
Please.
I said say it, not spit it.
Amy Viney, I will strangle you right here in front of everybody.
What were we talking about again? Oh, that's right, the whereabouts of Scotty Baldwin. I remember now, and I know, and you don't. That's
Okay,
right, isn't it?
Amy, tell me where Scotty is, please.
Why don't you turn on the TV?
What?
Yes, he's the guest on Good Morning, Port Charles.
Scott No, I don't believe it.
Yes, they have been running promos for it all morning long. Why, your little Scotty Baldwin is quite a celebrity.
He is not my anything.
Well, the way I hear you talk, you'd think you own him.
Well, I could get used to that, sweetheart. Close my eyes, almost feel like I'm in heaven.
Well, don't fall asleep. I want to go over the questions I want to ask you.
No surprises.
Oh, I want my guests to feel right at home.
You didn't answer my question. You're not gonna throw anything at me that I could possibly trip over.
You seem pretty sure-footed to me, Mr. Baldwin.
Scott. Call me Scott. And I'll call you Jill.
Whatever makes you comfortable.
I think you and I could get real comfortable.
Chairs we have this time. There's 3 chairs, gentlemen.
What will you say?
2 chairs.
What was I saying?
I'm not quite sure exactly.
He's not going to need this. Why wasn't I told you that, huh?
The guest list was on your desk.
Let me ask you something.
Well, it's absolutely out of the question. I'm not going to use them on this cancel show.
Oh, now you can't do that. We're about to go on the air.
I can do anything I damn well please. I happen to own this station. You remember that?
Yeah, but this is my show.
Oh, your show. I hired you for this show to do a news show, not some kind of scandal sheet.
Newsworthy.
Oh, because he's trying to put some innocent woman in prison? Well, get somebody else, get rid of him. Would you shut up? Would you get Karen Kennedy or somebody? Use somebody else. She's
That's a good
extra
idea,
blind.
but just countdown.
Ready?
3, 2. I was just going to tell you to do the same thing.
Good morning, Port Charles. This is Jill Segrist.
Some time off. Good to see you up and about.
Hey, it's great to spend time with my daughter.
I'm so glad your daddy brought you here to visit me.
Can Auntie Pruny take off your bonnet? Oh, if it's all right, of course.
Oh, sure. We don't want her to catch cold when we go back out. Where are you going?
Can you tell her where we're going?
I've been there forever. You know, with what's going on today, I think we all ought to take a couple of days off and go to the zoo.
Wouldn't hurt.
Oh, if I thought it would help Anna, I'd make a trip to the moon.
We all would.
Reminds me of what happened to my son not so very long ago.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of...
Oh, Colton! Sugar, what's your hurry? What's your hurry?
I forgot my wallet. I gotta get it.
Oh, well, can't you... I've done that hundreds of times, but why don't you just wait and have a cup of coffee?
No, really, I'm late for work already, and Mac's gonna be waiting for me. I'm sorry.
Hello, Colton.
I was just trying to persuade him to have a cup of coffee with us.
Well, I'd like to talk to you if I could.
Okay, sure.
But, Ruby, can you watch this one for a minute?
That's my pleasure. Come with me, sweetheart, and I'll spoil you and give you one of your
I'll give you a
little hot
hand.
ones.
Come on, sit down. I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Just hear me out, all right? You know, maybe this is not exactly the time or place to talk about it, but I've thought about it a lot. And I was way off base about you.
You really don't have to apologize.
Thanks. It was a rough time for all of us.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad we can be friends, though, or I hope we can be friends.
You better believe it.
Thanks.
I am
Thank
just
you.
about to let the baby lick the frosting from
No. I know how to do that. Let me show you.
Oh, I see.
Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
Thanks.
There you are.
Mama, how are you?
Well, I'm a little better than you look right now, dear.
I am fine. I could kick myself for forgetting my wallet, you know. Get all the way
Couldn't
to-
Max spot you for some?
Yeah, I suppose, but, you know, I don't want to...
I've got some right here if you need some money.
No, really, Mom, I've got money right upstairs. Don't worry.
You know, one day I'm going to write a book of all the phrases that drive mothers wild. At the top of the list is going to be the one, don't worry about me, Mom. Especially when I know that there's something to worry about. Like this you and Lady Ashton. Isn't that what's burning up your insides?
Oh, where did you come up with that one?
Oh, now that's the phrase when translated means, you're right, Mom, but I don't want to talk about it, right?
You're right, Mom. I don't.
Yeah, well, maybe you don't, but you better. And maybe you don't want to talk about it to me, but you got to get it out. Honey, I was there at the Quartermains. I saw you bolt out the door when you put your eyes on her. Now, it's burning you up inside, and what's worse, it's beginning to show on the outside.
Really got to get to work.
Well, now, that's a phrase that mothers like. Mothers like to hear that because, you see, work helps heal what ails you.
So.